Hi there. If we haven't connected before, my name is Kelly Hale, and I have the joy of helping people reconnect to the ease in their lives and discover the calm using tools within them. And actually, those tools are nervous system regulation tools. And a lot of people don't even realize they have these tools within them. So I love helping people discover just how easy it is to use nervous system regulation to find the ease in all areas of their lives, whether it's work or the ability to communicate or their physical body and the way they feel and show up in their physical body. And today, speaking of that, I want to talk about breathing. As a Pilates practitioner early on in my career, we were taught certain breathing techniques, and I would want to share those with the people that I serve. However, I very often found that it was too much for people. It was too much to layer that and learn maybe a new motor pattern. So I would say, just move and we'll work on breathing later. And then later I would layer in the breath, which is sort of contrary to other people and the way that they maybe worked with breath. But then as my career went on, I've been doing this for 25 years now. I cannot believe that. I feel really old when I say that, but I also feel really grateful because I love what I get to do. I love getting to serve amazing people. And I love that I'm continually learning and rethinking how I'm doing things. And I remember one time many years ago, I had this client come in and she was very focused on health and wellness. And she was trying to find more calm, and she was approaching breathing exercises. And she would do breathing exercises and she thought she would feel calmer and more relaxed afterwards. However, she reported that she felt more revved up. She felt anxious. She was someone who struggled with panic attacks, and she felt like breathing exercises were going to trigger a panic attack for her. So it felt counterproductive for her. And her doctors were recommending that she do breathing exercises, relaxation exercises for supporting her panic attacks and her anxiety. And again, over all these years, I've seen that story actually repeated. I've seen people sort of share with me that breathing exercises trigger anxiety for them. And as I looked at it further, and as my studies continue to unfold, I discovered that the breathing exercises, all the breathing exercises in the world, aren't going to have an effect if you're stuck in fight, flight, freeze. So if you're stuck in survival mode, i.e. fight, flight, freeze, all the breathing exercises in the world are not going to have an effect. And as a matter of fact, it might put you into that greater fight, flight, freeze place. So looking beyond biomechanics and thinking about your body's ready to fly into flight if it needs to. It's ready to freeze and hold breath. It's ready to fight, and that's going to have a different breath pattern. So if you try to do some breathing and or relaxation exercises, those aren't going to work and could actually cause you to get more into that survival, anxious, fight, flight, freeze state. So what do? What we do, and what I do actually, is I help people move out of survival state first with nervous system regulation exercises very specific to that, and then go into a place where they then can access breath with ease. They then can do breathing exercises and have it be effective in helping them to feel calm. And one of the biggest tools that I use, or that I use over and over again, is a tool to help dial down fear. The fear paralysis reflex is often in the foreground, right there in the foreground, and people are bumping into it when they're in that survival state of fight, flight, freeze. So I love showing people tools to reintegrate and to help that reflex in particular, it's a developmental reflex, to go into the background again, so they're not always bumping into it. So before you do some breathing exercises, you might want to pause and notice what state you're in. If you're in a very revved up state, maybe it's not the time to do breathing exercises. And maybe actually you would like to do some exercises like the one for the fear paralysis reflex that I share. I actually have a little freebie. I'm not going to take time today because it's Monday and I know people have full days, but you can get the fear paralysis reflex tapping exercise in my Inner Peace free gift. And that's at inspiredwell.com/inner peace. 3 short videos to help move your nervous system out of that survival state. And if you did just one of these 3 exercises, they're all 5 minutes or under, but if you did one of these exercises, like the fear paralysis reflex tapping that starts here, and I've shown in some other videos too, you could then invite your nervous system to be more calm, more organized, so that when you approach your breathing exercises, you are able to take it in fully and receive the benefit of those exercises. So go ahead and grab that free gift at inspiredwell.com/inner peace and get started, so that whether you're doing breathing exercises as a standalone, or you're doing breathing exercises as part of your movement practice or your yoga practice or your Pilates practice, you're going to get more benefit. You're going to get more depth into that breath work. And feel free, for those of you that are live, to drop any questions in the comments. If you have questions about breathing exercises or breath in the nervous system, feel free to drop them in. And if you're watching this via replay, just send me your questions. I love questions. I create a video most every week called Workin' Wednesday, and a lot of those videos teaching nervous system regulation exercises are prompted by the wonderful questions and inquiries that people send me. So feel free to send those along. And I'm also going to be sharing soon about a breathing opportunity, a breathing workshop coming up. So stay tuned for that as well. And I wish you easy, deep breath that supports your nervous system, and find the ease with some of these nervous system regulation exercises first. Thanks for joining in, and don't forget to send me your questions or your stories about breathing exercises. I really love to hear about it. Thanks, and have a great day.